So, good evening all. Welcome to the admission orientation conducted by PSF. So, I am Anaga and I am a first year student of Dalit and Tribal Studies, and I am doing the course in the School of Social Work. So, Progressive Students Forum of TISS Mumbai is orienting this program. So, about PSF, we are a massive student organization in Mumbai campus. Working in various student activities, like we run admission help cell, we do cultural activities, we take up student issues, and we provide academic assistance like English coaching and how the Excel orientation, academic activities like that also. So in this orientation, we mainly focus on the PG students. For the smooth going of the session, I request you all to mute your microphone, and at last the session will be open to asking questions. So by that time you can ask either by comment box or through you can unmute your microphone. So about the session, I am Anaga. I will be giving a brief introduction about the TISS campus. The first year student from Media and Cultural Studies will introduce briefly about the CUET admission procedures, how to apply and other things, and at last the session will be open for all this questions and doubts that where you can ask the questions. So about TISS, TISS is one of the premier social science institutions in India, as you all know, and it have mainly 4 campuses. The main campus is Mumbai, and TISS have 3 off campuses in Hyderabad, Tuljapur and Guwahati. TISS has many interdisciplinary courses, PG courses. Now the UG courses have also started, like BSW Analytics have also started. The most wide, like the large number of courses are mostly the MA courses, that is the PG courses. It also have many PhD scholars in various campuses, across various campuses. So this orientation is mainly for the PG admission. So earlier the admission procedure was like there will be one exam of general knowledge and the mathematical skills, that is TISSNet. And after that, based on TISSNet, some of the students will be shortlisted, and then there will be this online assessment. In the online assessment, that will be interview, extempore round, group discussions and all. So in this year, there has been a change. According to the central government order, the CUET is being introduced in TISS also. So the admission procedures have been changed, and we are looking as students of TISS, we were also confused about the admission procedures and all. So as a student organization from PSF part, we have been contacting the administration to get the details, to get the timeline of the admission, and a delegation was went to the dean of the student affairs, and we met him, and we got some details about the question paper codes and the syllabus, a general idea, and we have shared in the aspirants group also. So every year PSF conducts this admission orientation through WhatsApp groups and through Instagram handles. We give the updates on admission, etc. So hope this session will be informative. So I am inviting Lagan to explain briefly about the CUET admission process, exam process and
Hello. Hi everyone, I hope you can hear me. So now firstly, like I'm Lagan, I'm a first year student in Masters Media and Cultural Studies, and I'm also a Secretariat member of PSF. So what I'm going to basically talk about is the structure of CUET, how it is being implemented in TISS, because there is a specific way in which TISS is implementing it, because it is also happening for the first time, so there is a lot of confusion regarding all of that. So I'll be taking you through how it is being implemented, and also what you can do basically in a very broad way, what you can do to prepare for the exam and how it is all structured. So firstly, like starting off, the process here is that there will be two parts of it, as in you have to give the CUET-PG exam to be eligible for admission in TISS. And this exam, as you all might obviously already know, that the application process for it has already started, and the exam is scheduled for in March. So that is going to be one thing, and after that there will be this online assessment. So those who qualify from the CUET-PG, who clear a certain cutoff, which will be released later on, will be invited for online assessments. And online assessment will include extempore, online personal interview, and group discussion. And group discussion is specifically for students who are applying for HRM and ODCL. The other two are generally will be done for all the courses. Now the weightage is also like very different. So in most of the universities across India, central universities, they will only be considering the CUET-PG result and will be giving admission based on that. But since TISS also has a past in which we have organized like TISS net exam, and after that online assessment or interview has been happening, so that is being continued this time around also. The only thing is, earlier the weightage used to be 50-50. This time around CUET-PG has been given a higher weightage of 75%, and online assessment will comprise of the 25%. So basically that means that essentially CUET-PG is the more important thing, and then it is basically the online assessment is to analyze your skills and your interest in a particular program that you might be applying it to. So now what is the broad process and the broad cycle of admission in 2024? So firstly, like I already mentioned, that there will be the CUET-PG application process, which is ongoing right now, and it is till 24th January. From experience in the past years, generally what happens is they do extend it, but try to finish your application process within the stipulated time. There will also be a 2 or 3 day correction window. So if you have any, like if you have mentioned something, some details wrongly in your application form, so you can correct those in that 2 or 3 day window. So that is all mentioned in the NTA website, so you can refer to that, and also in the TISS website it is mentioned, so you can check that out. Then in March from 11th to 28th, the the CUET-PG exam will be happening across India. So before this period, you will be given admit cards, and in which all the courses, all basically the course codes that you have applied to, and the exams, you will be informed where they are happening, and you will have to go to that center for that exam. So that is what will happen. And after that, now there is this is the time where the timeline or the dates as such are not clear to us, because it is also happening for the first time, and generally CUET is also like, it is only the third time that CUET is happening. So there is still a lot of unsurety about how it is going to be conducted. So for now, what TISS has said is that there will be a seat allocation registration which will happen, which is basically a first round of cutoffs will come out, which is to say that, okay, for HRM there is a certain cutoff that you will have to clear to sit for the interviews. So for that, for specifically for each program, you will get that cutoff, and depending on which all you clear, you will be sitting for the interviews for that. And before the interview or the online assessment as it is called, there is something called the detailed application form. This is something which we will talk elaborately about once we come to that stage, like after March and April, May, whenever the results come out, and when we are at this stage, we will have another round of such an orientation. for those students who want to apply and are sitting for interviews for whatever programs they've applied, and we'll have specific program-wise, school-wise orientation for that. But broadly to explain, you will have to fill a detailed application form, which is your personal details. You will have to tell about your educational background. You will have to talk about. Then there will be a specific about the TISS and the program you are applying to. So why you are interested in the course, why if you have any sort of work experience or whatever in that field. So such questions will be asked, which won't be assessed. It is only for the evaluators later on to have a better idea when you come for the interview, to have a better idea about who you are, and then in the online assessment, the questions that you will be asked will be based on the detailed application form broadly. And once the online assessments are over, the first merit list will be announced, and accordingly the admission process will start, and you will then have to submit your documents and all of that. That will happen. That again happens online. After COVID, it has been happening online, and most likely that is what will continue. We are again not too sure about how many lists, merit lists will come out, and what exactly will be, how it will be shaping up. But broadly, this is how the plan is to conduct or sort of implement CUET-PG here in TISS. The structure of CUET-PG, which again some of you might be aware, but it is better to have like another second view of it, is that so you can choose at max 4 course codes, which is to say that you will be allowed to give like COQP 11, COQP 12 you are applying to, COQP say 17 and HUQP 20. So these are the 4 course codes which you can apply for at max. And when you go through the form, there is a certain fee structure also for that. So which you can familiarize with if later on you have any doubts, we can clear at the end of the session. But broadly to say that there is a certain fee structure that okay, for 2 exams if you are giving, there is a minimum fees, and for the rest there will be subsequent fees added. So in the previous years, what used to happen was there was a general test which was part of every paper. So there will be a component of 25 questions out of the 100 to evaluate general skills in maths, English, and general knowledge and all of that. So this year around, they have dropped that section. So all the exams have become of 75 questions, no longer of 100 questions. Each question, and it will be a 110-minute exam, which will be conducted in 3 shifts. So a morning shift, sort of afternoon shift, and evening shift. For the 75 questions, each question will be correct answer will be for 4 marks, and there is negative marking. So if you give a wrong answer, it will be -1. So it is +1 and -1, and if you don't answer, then it will be 0. So it won't be counted. Now coming to specifically TISS, talking about, because this is where I think a lot of confusion is, which courses to apply to and how to, if I want to study say library science and library and information science, then what do I apply to? If I want to do LLM, what do I apply to? Media and cultural studies, what do I apply to? So this is where the most of the confusion is. So we have sort of broadly charted out all the courses in all campuses, and we have divided into this list. This presentation we'll share with you, but right now also if you want to sort of screenshot it, you can do that. So I'll just quickly read it out. So Masters in Social Work, all the courses in Social Work School are under this course code, which is COQP 11, except for Rural Development, which is offered in Tuljapur campus. Then Public Health, Hospital Administration, Development Studies, Women's Studies, MA in Education, Regulatory Policy, Water Policy, Library and Information Science, Natural Resources and Governance, and so on and so forth, are the courses which will fall under this COQP 11 ka banner. So if you want to study any of these courses and you want to apply for any of these courses, what you'll have to do is, while filling the CUET application form, you have to just write that choose COQP 11, and then it will give you an option of the university selection. Then you have to select TISS there among whatever else you are choosing. Then there is COQP 12. It is also a general test, which is mostly for management courses, and School of Management, all the courses there are falling in this category. So HRM, labor studies, social entrepreneurship, ODCL, organization development, change and leadership. This is there. Disaster management is in this school, so on and so forth. COQP 11 is, COQP 14 is what you will have to fill in if you want to apply for LLM, which is a 1-year course here. For MA in psychology, there is HUQP 20. So this is these are sort of domain specific. The COQP exams are generally like a very general, and they evaluate you on a broader scale. These HUQP and the rest, the remaining basically all are more specific towards the domain. So HUQP 20 will be more related to psychology, and we'll sort of quickly discuss the syllabus also for the exam. HUQP 21 is for rural development, like I mentioned earlier. For media and cultural studies, it is the mass communication test, which is CUQP 17. And for MA MSc in environment, climate change and sustainability, which is in Guwahati, it is SCQP 11. So this is how the course code is. You just go through it and see which courses you are interested in. Go through the TISS page. You will, when you open the TISS website, you will have the admissions page, and you can go through all the courses and see what you're interested in, and then come back to this page and see, okay, which exam do I have to give to apply for that particular course. Now a broad overview of the syllabus for each of the exams. COQP 11, like I said, is a more general test. It will test your Hindi/English comprehension, and here it is, since CUET is only in Hindi and English. So if you are choosing English, to give the exam in English, so you will be given English comprehension. If you are giving the whole of the exam in Hindi, then you will be given Hindi comprehension. Rest of the things remain the same: general knowledge, computer basics, general aptitude, logical reasoning. Those things remain the same. For COQP 12, the management courses exam, again that thing Hindi English, like I told earlier, that is what here also is the same. Then here maths and quants come in, so that will be an important part of the exam. Logical reasoning will be there, data interpretation will be there. So that is how this is structured. COQP 17, which is for media and cultural studies, it is again it is the exam generally for mass communication. So Indian political and economic environment, international developments, Indian history, information communication technology, mass media and society, media industry, and all of that will be part of this. COQP 14 is a law exam, so everything related to law, this you will have to go through. This is also not a full list. We have a document which we will share after this orientation, so you can refer to that and open the links through that and go through the entire syllabus, which is a very detailed one. So once you do that, you will have a better idea. For psychology courses, HUQP 20, it is Introduction to Psychology, History of Psychology, Schools of Psychology, Learning, Memory, Sensation, Perception, Emotion. So like I said, it is a more specific domain-based test. So both law, media, and psychology, these are specific to the particular domain and not generic. Now to give you a very broad way in which you can study for these exams, I gave last year, although there was TISSNet, I was since I was applying to multiple universities, so I did give the CUET exam for this COQP 17 is what I appeared for, and that time also, like I said, the format was slightly different. We used to have 100 questions. There was a general section also, but this time all of that is not there. But still, what is ideal Yeah, we will share the PPT on the group. What is ideal right now is to go through reference books, and online also you will find multiple books which have previous year's questions, which will have sort of learning based things also, so concepts and all you can learn from that. So they are like quite comprehensive books which you can find on like physical bookstores, in your libraries, also in university libraries these days. Like I'm pretty sure it will be easily accessible, these things. So you can go through those reference books to have an idea of the previous year questions, which will be obviously available online also. So online, a good way to go about is to first give the exam without sort of studying too much and getting an idea of okay where you need to work. So we can share a list of those books later. But general publishers, Arihant, R. Gupta, and all of that, these are there. You can look them up and just go through them, the index and all. You will get an idea. But the best way to go about is to give a previous year question, like attempt it, get to know like okay specifics of where you are lacking and where you are good at, and then you can accordingly base like start studying accordingly. Like obviously many of you would have already been studying, but that way you can sort of manage your time also, since there is not like this 2-3 months only left. So manage time accordingly. YouTube also is in the recent years has become a very important resource and easily accessible resource. Like while studying for TISS or while studying for CUT, I was referring to many of the YouTube channels, and there is nothing specific that I can mention right now. But generally, if you just give a search and search for specifics which you want to learn, then you will get enough resources within India and from like generally outside also, which you can do. We'll take these questions. I think we can take these questions later on. We are just at the end of the orientation, like the PPT that we had prepared. So we'll respond to them. And newspapers is a general source, which is a good and ideal source, which you should generally also go to. Like if you come to TISS, you will be encouraged to read newspapers and all. But for preparing also, because many of the exams do contain the general knowledge and general awareness part. So to be up to date with the current affairs, current happenings, and there will also be static GK for which you can refer to certain books, you can refer to YouTube videos and all of that. But these are like some ways in which you can prepare for CUT. These are our contacts. Like I'm Lagan, my contact is there. Anagha, you already met. Anagha is there, and some of the other people who can help you, and we'll share more contacts later on. Also is Sara, Rashmi, Fatima. These are all students of TISS. Some of them are second year students, some of them have been here for much longer also, like they have been are now doing research here and all of that, and some of us like me, like Anaga, are first year students. That is there. We will soon also be releasing a list of school wise contacts. So if you have specific queries related to a certain program, if you have any doubts, so you can approach them, like selected individuals. We will also be releasing a language wise list of contacts, so you can approach us through that also. In whatever language you are comfortable with. We have like TISS is a very diverse space, and PSF is also a very diverse space. So we have people from various backgrounds. So whatever you are comfortable with, whichever language you are comfortable with, so you can approach respective people in that language from that particular schools, depending on your preference. So yeah, that is broadly what we had. Thank you for joining. Like we will take up questions now, but yeah. So generally this yeah. So you can ask about like TISS if you have any questions. You can ask about like CUT, how to prepare and whatever. You also want. So that is what we can do. like it will be easier, I think, if you can write in chat. Uh, we can read out and we can respond. And later we can also if you want to speak, you can raise hand. We will call your name out and then you can sort of ask your question. So we'll start from the previous question. Due to the addition of colleges like this, will CUET difficulty be increased? Yeah. So we cannot say very sure how CUET difficulty will be. It is a decent level of difficulty, because also it is not only TISS, specific institutes can have their own cutoffs. So it is not that the examinations difficulty will be higher or lower. It is mostly the institutions, depending upon what they want and what kind of students they want, they have their respective cutoffs. So we cannot sort of speculate about the difficulty. Just prepare well. That only.
Rohan Swati. Will there be different cutoff for different categories? Yes. As per the government recommended reservation for different categories, the seat number is different and also the cutoff will also be different. Before also it was like that for TISSNET also. So it will be the same for this year. We asked that specifically to the assistant director also, he also mentioned the same. It will be followed. The specific different categories will have different cutoff on.
So the reservation policy stays intact. From where can I get previous year question paper? So like I said, these booklets and all that you get, reference books, most of them will contain some model sample questions also, and will ideally also contain previous year questions. So through that you can get, and online also, I think online also it might be behind paywall, but you can find them online also.
Integrated B.Ed.M.Ed, to tell about it, is a 3-year course. The basic qualification for that is graduation, and you also have to go through all this admission procedures that is mentioned by Lagan. After this graduation, you will have to apply to CUET and then the online assessment test, and if you get the admission, you will have to appear for this 3-year course and you will get that M.Ed degree, integrated B.Ed.M.Ed degree.
Kisle Rajas, please tell about MA in HRM.
So HRM, it is a course that basically comes under the management school. It is also a 2-year PG, which we can say HRM is the most demanded course in TISS because of the placement records. MA in HRM in PASs have almost 100% placement with high package and all. Basically, about the syllabus and all, if you want in detail, we can put in the WhatsApp group. We are not that much sure at this moment. So, anything specific you want to know about MA in HRM, you can ask through the comment box itself. So, it's a general master's degree and coming under the management.
And just to add, since it is so much sought after, the cutoff for it generally also goes high, so this time also that should be the case. Is there any chance to get rejected in online assessment? So yeah, that is how the filtering sort of process will go through now. So there will be a certain number of candidates who will be selected through the CUET-PG, and then all of them will be asked to come for the online assessment, and the point of that is to sort of gauge your sort of interest in the course and your understanding and all of that. So there is a possibility that after the online assessment some students will be rejected, and because the seats are also less only, so in most courses. So that also welcome Fatima. She is the General Secretary of PSF and a research scholar at TISS.
Expected cutoff. Like for the general course codes like CUET 11 and 12, the syllabus are almost same as TISSNet. So you can just compare with the previous cutoff of TISSNet and the course codes of CUET. But as CUET is introducing for the first time in this TISS admission procedures, we are not exactly sure at this point. For getting a general idea, you can refer to the TISSNet cutoff that is in the previous years. I think we can also share that in the WhatsApp group.
In addition to applying for CUET, are we also supposed to register on the official TISS website? So the process for this will be, for now it is just on the for CUET you have to apply. Later on you will be asked by institute to, and this will happen for all the universities that you select in that. So if you are being called for an interview, before that you will be asked to sort of register, and it might not be on the TISS website. There will be probably a separate portal for that. So all of that will be communicated by us also, and institute also will sort of release that. So we'll share once that happens.
Do TISS give preference to academics, or it's only CUET, PG and So in TISS, the courses are mostly interdisciplinary, and we can say less preference is given to the previous, like your undergraduation background and undergraduation marks and all. So in the previous years also, the TISSNet score and the online assessment score was given the preference. We just have to submit the provisional certificate of the graduation for that purpose only, but they don't look at your marks, and you don't get evaluation based on your graduation marks and all. So we can say it is generally based on CUET, PG and the online assessment. It can be like group discussion or personal interviews or anything.
But in personal interviews, usually there would be a question on like your previous degrees. Not like it won't be going into the deep way, but there should be checking like whether you are coming that background and do you have some understanding. So it would be like basic only. So just sharing that before you attending the interview, you can just brush upon the things you have studied earlier. And right now, you people don't have to focus on the interview much. Your aim should be focusing on CUET, PG and preparation for that, because it is the first exam, and once you get that cutoff only, you are going to appear on the interview, and you will be getting some fair time for preparing interview. So that's it.
Isha, please share any previous year questions link. Okay, if you like, you can contact us later, and with specific program if you are looking for, then if we can find something, then we can share.
Previous year questions for CUET we don't have.
No, online and
TISSNet, actually we have a collection maybe.
TISSNet collection we can, because for the people who are going CUET 11 and 12, I think you can even refer to TISSNet exams, because the level of those exams were also nice only. But ideally like focus on CUET. Can we clear the CUET with self-study, or we have to take online coaching? That
depends actually.
If you study well, then anything can happen. So like there is no compulsion about like going for an online coaching or whatever sort of coaching. Like many students have cleared, even like previous years met TISSNet, like many of us have cleared without any coaching, and with self-study, with whatever resources we could gather. So it is not necessary, it just you have to put in the time. So if you are able to do that, then well enough.
And strictly go through the syllabus which is already published for CUET. So what we would suggest that since it is happening for the first time, what is the usual strategy is looking at the previous year question paper and finding the patterns of repeated questions and prepare according to that. But since this is happening for the first time, what you people, this is like suggestion from our side, that you go through thorough the syllabus and take each keyword and like Google about it and read about it and go through the think about prepare for the possible questions coming from that area. You don't have to prepare very deeply you prepare for UPSC or something like that, but surface level preparation you have to cover from whichever the topics given for that syllabus. So that way you can prepare. You can internet is a very good source for having all the information. So what we would suggest, none of you have to worry that if you are not able to go for coaching or anything. For the previous TISS exams also, most of at least some 90% of the students coming and joining in TISS are coming without any coaching, by self-study only. But since CUET is a little more competitive, there could be, that number would be higher, but if you are giving a good preparation, if you are giving some good effort into that, you will be definitely able to get some good marks.
What Mansi is asking, what will be the expected cutoff for Jodhpur campus courses? Again, like Anaga earlier mentioned, that there is no surety as such that we have for what the exact cutoff will be, but refer to previous year's cutoffs, how they have been, and generally you will get the trend of which courses are sort of on the higher side and which are on the lower side. So you can get from that.
You can take the two questions.
These are
general topics for extempore and online interviews.
This we can take later.
Yeah, at this point you don't have to. The focus should be on CUET exam, because extempore interview everything needs preparation, and we from PSF side also we will be having here providing orientation separately for this interview extempore topics and all. So we would recommend to better focus on the CUET part now and score your maximum on this part, and after that you can prepare for this interview. You will get time also after that. This will allow a fair amount of time for preparing for this extempore interview.
If they want to at least have some understanding that what would be asking, it would be solely about whichever the course you are applying. So if you are applying for management, it would be related about them checking your understanding or knowledge about management related topics and all. So generally would be that. So if you can prepare by that time, it would be easier.
Faizan, you can speak. Ask. Are you saying something? Okay, so just write if possible. We cannot hear somehow. Yeah. Okay. Sam, will there be specific questions for example healthcare-based questions for MHA or MPH? Yeah. So interview mein or CUET you are asking? For CUET mein, if you are asking, then it will be the sort of it falls in whichever the category. So that syllabus only will be there. Nothing beyond that will be coming. For interview, if you are asking, then interview mein it will be specifically only about your sort of background and this healthcare based questions only. We can study computer basics from. Again, these sort of compilations of books and all, and YouTube videos you can refer to, where you can find proper full resources. Just type the particular exam you want to study about, and you will find innumerable number of videos. Just you'll have to figure out which are the people who are saying the right thing and whom you can study with, or you can obviously anytime get a book also. Reference books for particular courses that you want to apply to. Okay, how many courses from TISS I can apply through CUET as earlier TISSNet it was 3. So right now you can apply through CUET, you can apply for only 4 courses, 4 course codes you can select. So if all 4 you can select of the courses that are offered in TISS or wherever these are being offered. So maximum only 4 you can apply to. But the thing is, you are not applying to a particular course right now. You are just selecting course codes. So if you are applying COQP 12, that means you are basically applying to both HRM and ODCL, and so things like that. So it is earlier in TISSNet it was just 3 courses. Right now it is like almost full schools you are applying to. So that is what you can keep in mind.
Hello.
Yeah, who is this?
Can you introduce?
Ajay here.
Okay, hi, ask.
I want to ask, like, I have to apply for COQP 11 and COQP 12. So, if I give the preference like first HRM and second analytics, and from COQP 11 also 2 courses, then can I change the preference order later?
Right now you don't have to give preference, no, to TISS that you are like this course is higher or this course is lower. That will happen later on only. Once you clear the cutoff, then you will be asked of okay, this is the course which is your preference, and then you will be called for interview based on that only, and then also you will be given admission based on that. Your preference. So the first preference will of course be the first preference, and accordingly like 2, 3, 4, which is again not something that we know as of now. That will be informed eventually only once we reach closer to that stage. I hope that clarifies.
For psychology, this the paper have language comprehension. For psychology, the question paper code is domain specific actually. So it may come like some questions from GK, LR, etc. But mostly for psychology, it is domain specific. That questions will be mostly from psychology, syllabus oriented questions. But this is a general idea. You can go through the syllabus detail. We can also put in the WhatsApp group, the PDFs of syllabus that we will put in. MSW in rural development. MSW in rural development.
Yeah, that course is not in Mumbai campus. It is in Tuljapur, and we can share, like, we are also like the school-wise helpline. We are also planning to share the contacts from different campuses under TISS only, like Tuljapur, Hyderabad and all. So we'll be sharing that contact, and you can talk with that particular number, and like talk with the students who are currently studying there and have more understanding. And if you want to, like, it would also be good that if you go through the syllabus which is already given in the TISS website. So that itself give you like understanding about the course structure and what is expected out of that and what is the scope of the course, etc. And further you can talk with the students also.
So the various specialization available in MSW. Tuljapur, I think I have only rural development, and Guwahati have community organization development practice and rural development. In Mumbai, there is 9 specializations in MSW that are community organization and development practice, children and family, criminology and justice, Dalit and tribal studies, disability studies and action, women-centered practice, public health, mental health. These all are the various specializations coming under MSW.
For more details, I think on the website you can read.
We advise all of you to go through it thoroughly. Whichever the course you are planning to apply, you should be checking the TISS website, and then only you will get an understanding like what are the subject papers they are offering and what is the scope and all that. Then you try to talk with any of the students who are currently studying in that particular course. For that we will be definitely helping. But initial research should be happening from your side.
Any specific subject papers for other colleges? Yeah, of course, like for each college, there is a different list, and so for that you refer to NTA website, which they've listed out, and also specific college websites. So for there you will find like each course and whatever the course code and everything that you have to apply for. So you can do that through that.
If you are interested in political science, like as Anaka or Lagan has already mentioned that most of the courses in this is a multidisciplinary course approach, and it's more like an applied social science, not much into theory. And in this there is no particular course on providing on MA political science, but if you are choosing development studies or if you are choosing some other, like most of the courses have the elements coming from political science, including MSW and habitat courses under the habitat studies and so on. So actually we won't be able to give you like which course specifically you should follow. I mean you should apply to if you are interested in studying political science.
We just recommend to go through all the courses, and detailed syllabus is given in that website itself. So you will get a idea that which like comes more likely to your interest. Expected cutoff for MSW we have already set as priority.
Jigyasa, you can ask.
Yes, I'm thinking about the question you have taken up about political science right now. So the question is, what is like in CUET-PG 17, that politics, mass media and cultural studies, is it good actually? Like, what is your take on that?
So it is, yeah, I'm from like media and cultural studies. But that is a course which is not directly like, if you are looking for political science, then you won't find like direct influences of that. It is more related to cultural studies and more media practice and filmmaking and mass communication. It is more related to that sort of front. But like Fatima earlier mentioned, that courses like development studies or courses generally which fall in the habitat school or most of the others minus media and cultural studies will be the more sort of political science based or related courses.
In those courses also there is no paper like political science. All of it will be like having some like one or the other way we will be covering that, but you won't be getting a detailed paper or understanding.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Cutoff of MSW again, like I think refer to sort of the TISS thing.
No, like to the student, like aspirant who asked about political science, what we would be advising, like I have been here in TISS for a long time, and these people also currently studying. If you are looking for a master's in a political science or something like a deeper knowledge, if you want to do, or pursue that career in that way, we would advise you to look for other campuses actually, because there are different central universities and other spaces who provide like masters in political science. If you are coming for a more understanding in political science and choosing some subjects here, it would be like some disappointing, because here the courses are very different. It's fully on applied part only.
Indeed, understanding the negative marking, like does it make everything more difficult? Is there any specific number of students who can get into HRM? So negative marking, like obviously it is a part of this CUET, but like look at it as a sort of different form of exam only. So there is nothing like positive or negative about it. It is just a format of a paper. So like you can think of it, if you get the right answer, you get 4 marks. So that only, but maybe like it does make it difficult because TISSNet does not used to have this negative marking, but it is just like a completely different format. So we, like practice in that format while you are giving these model test papers or previous year question papers, you are attempting that. So have that thing in the back of your mind that there is negative marking, and when you practice, then you will get a hang of it, and it won't be such a difficult thing.
HRM number of
it is given in the website, 60 or
60 or 70.
So total
And regarding negative marking, this is also from our side only. It's not at all official way of doing or nothing. We all might have, like some of you also might have attended some competitive exams before, or right now also preparing. So those exams which have negative marking, it is very advisable, or the strategies to score more is that attend only the questions which you are 100% sure of. Like earlier in TISSNet you could have tried that, like some, because there was no negative marking, but in this case if negative mark is there, attend only the questions you are like 100% sure, and don't go for any like experiment only. So that is the only way you can tackle the negative marking.
For HRM, will there be extempore also along with CTP?
According to the latest update on website, it is only group discussion and personal interview, no mention of extempore at this moment. So WhatsApp group link that we have put again in this chat box.
You can share again. Two-year work experience. Yes.
It is not taken away, that category. The 2-year experience is still mandatory for this.
Yeah, Rohan.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Regarding this ODCL course, the experience required should be in a particular field, or any field is okay?
Not sure.
We'll have to, for ODCL, what experience in the same field is required?
Same field or no?
Like general.
Yeah, at least like somewhat similar should be there.
Okay, similar.
Like you can't come from a medical background, I don't know. Like,
but we can, I think, check
we'll
again
be
and
checking
get
and
back.
getting back to you.
But our hostel facility is nice.
That you should be, yeah, you can share.
Hostel is not available for all of the students, as you know, it is Mumbai, and also there are not enough hostels on campus. So hostels are allocated to students. Every year the criteria changes. This year the criteria is income. So for the first years like us, some of us got a hostel. He is staying outside and I am staying in hostel. It is based on income limit. So most of our seniors are staying outside. For them the criteria is different. For us the criteria is different. So every year they will change the criteria for hostel, and only till now only a limited number of students will get the hostel. But the administration is telling that they are trying to have more hostels outside campus and all. We are not sure at this point. Now it is limited to some number of students only. Most of almost half of the students are living outside.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes. So is this?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Like through CUET-PG, I can apply maximum 4 courses or 4 test papers.
4 test papers.
4 test papers.
Yeah,
Okay.
4 course
And
codes.
through each test paper, I can. Okay.
With each course code, there are multiple courses like we mentioned earlier, so that way it is good. September, October. So when does it start and what give the period? Give your suggestion and package for this different.
Better to talk with some help.
Loaded question. So we can share later on, like we can share in the group also. Sakshi, we can share some contacts of students in health school, and you can get in touch with them regarding some of these packages or the thing and differences and all. This leeway period is there.
See, usually, what is the criteria for this? That you should be completing all your, if you are doing a UG, then you have to finish. Your UG should be finished by the time when you join here. So, this last year, this year, this campus has started in June first week. But for the next year, we are not sure since this is now following the CUET. It will also be following when the classes starts under CUET. So it would be good that you would be, if it is getting over by September, October, and if the classes are starting here by June, it would be little difficult. Because if you are working, then you have to submit an objection certificate. NOC you have to submit, and it is require a full-time student. You can't do like a working here or some part-time thing along with studying here.
How many seats are there? How do we know? So for seats, you can go to again in the on the TISS website. You can find it out. Like for each course, you just open. There will be like a detailed description of the course, how the whole 2 years will be planned, and also there will be a number of seats that are available. So for whichever course you are interested in, you can check that.
Psychology, yes, it is not interdisciplinary, it is a domain-specific exam. So you have to give that subject-specific exam.
The interview will be online. After pandemic, it has been online, and right now also it is online assessment, so it will be online. Yes, Sam, you can ask.
Yeah, so students from a healthcare background can apply for HRM and LR courses?
Yes.
Yes.
Interdisciplinary means any you only need one graduation, you can apply for.
Okay, and is there any work experience required for HRM course?
No, for HRM freshers also can apply. Only for ODCL work experience is.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Will there be external coursework? Yes. There will be. Except for HRM and ODCL, everyone will have external coursework, personal interview, online.
Previous year question.
Again, like you can contact us, but try to find it online or through the reference books. Is there any chance of delay in examination? Like last year there was, but like don't keep it as a hope.
Yeah.
This
And
year,
it's very uncertain.
yeah, because
when
like,
they will change or not. So
NTA is like a very sort of, they do things whatever come to their mind. So, but don't like pine on that. Okay, a delay will happen because this year they are actually conducting it much before they did last year. Last year it was in June, July when May, June when CUET happened. This year they are trying to do it in March. So like most likely it will be at that time only.
check how many more questions.
Less than.
Okay. Will be fine. 8:45.
How is campus life and this? I'm not in.
Do you get time for other studies? So the timing like mostly depends on the course, and generally we can say it is hectic. Generally the classes are from 9:20 to 6:30 for social work students, and some development study students have field work, that is a whole day. And for management courses also the workload will be high. You will have to spend class time is from 9:30 to 6:30. After that you will have to do this assignments, exams, and all the preparations you have to do afterwards that time. So generally the students studying here are not getting time for other internships or working parallelly. So
I mean, working parallelly, it is not allowed.
Allowed.
Like, you can do job parallelly or doing another internship, but some students may do like without. But it's very difficult. We would be very honest on that. This is very hectic campus, and some courses like HRM may even have classes on Saturday and Sunday also. So, but still there are people who are like coming here and after trying for UPSC also. So, and end of the day, it is up to your management, like how you would be doing. But generally, there would be a lot of academic work coming up in this presentation, assignments, and so on.
Campus life.
Campus life, yeah.
can depends on persons, but you can generally say yeah, it's good. You will, as it is a central university, there are students from different places, and that exposure surely you will get. And TISS has
it's a very happening campus life here.
It's a student from TISS only. She's a union member also, current vice president of TISS.
Okay.
Yeah, so you will have a lot of events and a lot of things coming up. So yeah.
Will there be expensive like it has been mentioned, hostel facilities we've talked about. Difficulty like try to attempt the previous papers and you will sort of get a broad idea of how the difficulties.
How many seats?
CUET-12 does not have seats. It is the specific courses which are there offered like HRM, like ODCL, like local study, which will have seats, so that you can refer to from the university website.
CUET is just a subject.
That is a course code. It is an exam.
There are many management courses. For each course, you can check the availability of seats from the website. Integrated B.Ed and MAT, yes, they will have online assessment. Mostly personal interview will be there for B.Ed and MAT. That I think we have answered.
Yeah, we have shared the link for. We have already one group created for the aspirants. Many of you might have there already, but as number has exceeded and more requests are coming from the aspirants, we have created another WhatsApp group also. That group link has shared here. So if you are not in that any of this group, you can join or you can share with your fellow aspirants also, your friends. We'll be sharing the materials and other more information and updates in the groups.
Admission criteria. It was the income limit in 2023. Like for first years, it was 4 lakh. Below 4 lakh, if they have income below 4 lakh, they will get the cost.
Classes for new batch, we are not sure as yet. Generally, it is in June, but this year they are saying that they are aligning with the sort of central university pattern, which starts like approximately 2 months late. So we will communicate whenever that happens. About financial assistance.
Yeah, regarding the financial assistance from the like you might know there are certain scholarships given by the government, by the various state governments as well as the central government and various ministries also. So you can apply for any of the like whichever the scholarship which you are eligible for, you can apply once you join here only. And there is a student aid facility given by the institute, there is like some through alumni fundraising and through other way and certain amount have collected, and for the student aid if you want to apply you have to join here and you have to appear, there would be application process will call and you have to appear for interview, and once the interview and it is convinced only you will be getting that aid, but usually it will cover one or like either tuition fees or hostel fees or DH fees like that, and other financial assistance like not much, but there would be some private scholarships also coming, but it is not dependable, like some year it will be coming and some year it won't be coming. But what we would tell you people that you once you join, you can also search for like by your own there would be some assistance for certain community or certain group of people like that private one, and definitely apply for all the government scholarship. From the TISS side there is student aid, but it is also limited to few number of students only. It's not like 100%. Once you apply for student aid, you will be getting. It is not like that. Once you clear the interview, only you are getting. So yeah. Anything else to do?
How many fields again? You can refer to website. How many courses you can apply at this? Course like because it is through CUT, so there is no as such limit. You can but apply through 4 courses, 4 exams you can get. Like once you clear the cutoff, so then probably TISS will tell that okay, you can get 3, 4, 5, whatever interviews. So that will be communicated then. Can you please?
Guwahati campus. After this session, we will be sharing through our social media handles the contacts of all the campuses like Hyderabad, Tuljapur, Guwahati, and all the campuses. So you can take from that you can take the Guwahati campus. So it's time, and we have to wind up this session. So
any more like maybe like we can take 2 more questions.
Final questions if there are any. Flagship programs, is there any specific course for finance? They want to pursue mechanical accounting finance?
No, but
see this accounting and finance even come in Master of Hospital Administration also. So we recommend to check the syllabus of all courses in detail and then only apply for these courses. So I think you can generally check on management courses. In social science courses there are not much syllabus in accounting and finance like that. So you can check the syllabus of all the management courses available in TISS.
Not management, related to management. Yeah. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining the session, and we hope that this would be helpful for you. And we know that because of the time limitation and not everyone of you also cannot couldn't ask many questions. So like you can continue like reaching out to us through WhatsApp groups or through social media and all the other ways. And we'll be sharing. We have already shared all our social media links: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and so on, and WhatsApp also. And as we have already informed, we will be sharing contact numbers from all campuses and school-wise also, so that you can keep in touch with the students who are currently studying there. Then like we will be continue doing the admission assistance support as possible as much as we can, and so keep updating and give us feedback also, so that we can improve in the next session what we could do. And if you know any of your friends who couldn't join for today's session, you can tell that we have a recording, and we will be sharing the PPT also to the group. So share with your friends and other aspirants. Thank you for.
Also on 6th we will have a session in Hindi, this similar session only, but if you or your friends or anyone is comfortable in Hindi, then you can ask them to join that session also. So
definitely share the feedback in the group, so that we can improve.
All right. With that, I think we can conclude. Thank you all for joining. Bye bye. Only we left.